This video is made with generous donations from amazing furries, just like you.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Recently, I've noticed there's been a lot of interest in this video specifically, which is great and definitely not a sign of the economic times. But since that video was made over five years ago, I think it's time for a 2026 edition, as unfortunately, due to the economic times, that video is a bit outdated. So let's jump on in. Like last time, I'll be breaking it down into the absolute bare minimum needed to make a suit. So the bare minimum materials and tools you would have to buy to make your first fursuit at the cheapest, reasonable prices. Then I'll go into what you could buy to make your life a little easier during the process as optional extras. But without further ado, let's start with the most obvious material, fur. Obviously, to make a fur suit, we need fur. Oh, but what about using fleece instead of fur? This video is going to be mainly focusing on beginner-friendly materials, and honestly, fleece fursuits scare even me. So yeah, that's an option if you have the experience, but I'll always recommend fur for your first try. So where can I find cheap fur? Well, last video I mentioned a few different places, but I think one I neglected to mention is from fursuit makers. If you're lucky, you may find a fursuit maker selling off excess fur fabric for relatively cheap. A workroom de-stash is a great way to find high quality furs for relatively cheap. A word of advice, if you're going this route, don't have your heart set on a specific design. Rather, source your furs and then design a character around what you have. Places like Howl and Big Z will do remnant boxes for 60 bucks. So, which is a pretty good price, honestly. But what if you want to buy new fur? Well, for price, Big Z is really unbeaten in that department. And recently they've been working with fursuit makers and develop and refine their fur fabric. You can also get all the other fabrics for your project from there as well to save on shipping if you like. Now, in the last video, I did a price calculation, so let's do one for a mini partial. So I'll say we can get away with a mini partial using 2 yards, maybe if we're careful, for a tiny tail as well. Let's say we need 2 yards at $33 per yard. We'll add that to our total, so 66. Now, this isn't including shipping, which can vary a lot depending on where you live. For me, it's about another $74, but if you're in the USA, like most, or likely most other places, it would probably be significantly cheaper. Howl's Luxe Shag is a little cheaper at $27 per yard, but I find their shipping to be significantly more expensive, for me at least. So I'm just gonna stick with Big Z for the sake of this video. You could also source fur from a local fabric store if you have one nearby that you like. Here in Australia, we have Fur Addiction, which has some really nice stuff, but your local stores and prices will vary. For the sake of our calculations, let's just add the fabric costs and a big question mark for postage. Now let's talk foam. My best advice for foam will always be finding a local store that sells cut to measure specifically for DIY purposes, like boat seats, other DIY foamy things, and ask for any offcuts that they have. Usually you can get a decent amount for pretty cheap. I think I managed to get enough for 2 fursuit heads for like 15 bucks one time, but your mileage may vary. Let's just put it in at $30 US. I found a roll on Amazon for about that, so if not a bit cheaper. So let's go with that for foam, but you can definitely find it cheaper if you can source it locally. Next up is iMesh. When I was reducing my costs, I used some by the meter embroidery mesh, and it was like a jute stiff fabric thing. And I really only needed a little. I had it cut by the meter, and I think it ended up being like a couple bucks. But I did find some embroidery mesh on Amazon for 10 bucks. So let's add that to our total here. Obviously, your mileage and prices may vary. I will give advice on where you can possibly find it cheaper, but also where you could buy it. Okay, so the final fabrics we need are minky and something to line our head with. So let's start with minky. We will be using Big Z for the sake of our calculations, but a local supplier might end up being cheaper, so check your local fabric stores. So we will likely only need half a yard, let's say 2 different colors, like you're doing a nose and a tongue. So maybe a pink and a black. So let's add those with a whopping $6.50 each to our total. Now let's do the same with the liner material. Big Z Scuba Knit is the default fabric which a lot of makers use, and you'll go for about 12 bucks a yard, which will be plenty for our purposes. If you want to find a local fabric, look for something stretchy and ideally black, and has a cooling feel. Thicker fabrics are better to sew and use for this, I find, and I think that's all the fabrics for our suit. Let's move on to other consumables and the basic tools we will need. Let's get the remaining eye materials done. So to color our eyes, we're gonna need some acrylic paint and brushes. I can grab these in a set for 10 bucks on Amazon. I'm also really sorry for using Amazon constantly, but to kind of make this video as universal as possible, it's really the best choice. But if you can get these materials and tools locally, please do. This is just a rough guide. You may already have paint and brushes laying around, so you can just use those. Next up is craft foam. I can grab some locally for a couple bucks a sheet, but let's just put down $5 to be generous. This is just the EVA stuff. It's pretty easy to grab from your local craft store, and it's used to make the whites of the eyes. If you have a 3D printer, you can print your own for a handful of cents worth of white filament, which is what I use now. Next is stiffened felt. I use this for my eye outlines. I grabbed some black for a couple bucks, same with the EVA foam, which you could use as well if you really wanted. But again, let's just say $6 to be generous. Let's go to stuffing. Now, locally, I have a little bit of a different approach to these, and that's buying cheap pillows from Kmart. Yes, Kmart still exists in Australia. It's different from American Kmart. They're about $5 for two, which is plenty for a tail and paws. Amazon sells a little of it for about 10 bucks, but I'm sure there's something similar wherever you are. Next is tape. Got to use this for patterning. So you want to make sure you want to grab the cloth backed stuff, as the stretchy duct tape can be a bit annoying to use and can warp with heat and cold. So let's just say $7 for a handful of rolls. Now let's grab some hot glue and a glue gun. If you're not planning on making regularly, a cheap high temp gun will do you fine. And a pack or two of the glue sticks. I'm seeing them for about 10 bucks and a big pack of glue sticks for about $7.50, so let's go with that. So all your fur together, I'll be recommending a basic needle and thread, as well as a sewing machine isn't inherently necessary. It will make it a lot easier for you, but if you're on a budget, it's gonna treat you just fine. Now I will recommend getting a decent thread. Nothing super cheap on all your suit will just like dissolve instantly. So I will recommend a roll of at least Gutterman. Amazon does a pack of 6 for $13.50-ish. And as for needles, I would recommend some curved needles. I find them to just be so much easier to use than the thin ones for thicker fabrics. I grabbed one of these boxes for myself and it lasts me a year or two at least. Can recommend. Now, if there's one thing I recommend that you splurge on when you're making a suit on a budget, it's a nice pair of scissors. Since you won't be buying clippers to save a bit of cash, you want to make sure that you have a nice sharp pair of scissors to do your trimming work with. I think I'll recommend Fiskars. I think this is Fiskars as well. It is too. I used these 8-inch scissors for a while. I think this is them. And 8-inch, no, these are not them. But I'd used those 8-inch scissors for a while and I really enjoyed them. They're about 20 bucks on Amazon, but honestly, spend as much as you can afford on the scissors. These are a great, decent level entry pair of scissors, but get the nicest ones you can afford. We're almost there, guys. Just 3 more things. 3 more things to make our first supply list complete. We will need some pens to trace our markings on our fabric with. So grab some Sharpies or permanent markers. You can grab 4 Sharpies for $7. So let's do that. And if you're not using any black fabrics, you won't really need to get this next one. But if you are using a black fabric, it's absolutely necessary. And they are chalk pens, and you can grab a pack for about $6. Now, lately I've been using fabric clips over pins. They are incredibly helpful for holding fabrics together. I get about 100 for $6. So there's that. And finally, we need a decent slicker brush. I'd argue that this is essential just to get the fur fibers free when you're sewing, and for general suit maintenance as well. Again, about 10 bucks for one of those. Make sure you get one without the plastic tips on the end so that you can effectively brush out all your seams. Okay, let's do a grand total of all of this. And so for our basic kit and materials, it's going to come to $245 US. Keeping in mind, that is a rough maximum price. Maximum price. If you already have the things listed, you'll be able to subtract that from the total. And if you're able to source it locally, you'll likely be able to chip that down even more. Now, let's add some optional extras to our list. First up, a sewing machine. Now, if I were to share a real secret, it's that most of the sewing machines I've used are secondhand. My current Janome machine I got at an op shop for 15 bucks. If you can find a decent home machine that was made in like the early 2010s to 2000s, the machine will likely last you a lot longer than anything new at the same price point anyway. Either way, it's honestly worth the investment. Next up is clippers. I'll always recommend getting a higher quality set for something like this, but we're on a budget here, people. So the $20 set from Amazon will do you fine. I've actually heard great reviews on it anyways. It will make cutting your fur shorter a whole lot easier. Finally, if you want to add a bit of the pro edge to your suit, invest in some continuous filament thread. I use Ceraphil for mine. It's on the pricey side, like 20 to 30 Aussie dollars a spool, but seriously, this stuff rocks. It will break you before you break it. Just make sure you pull those knots tight, as it can be a little bit on the slippery side. And I think that's everything. I really wish I could have gotten their price down a bit more for you guys, but unfortunately the cost of living crisis hits all of us in many different ways. But you know what? 250 bucks or less really isn't too bad for a good starter setup. You could probably half that amount if you got secondhand materials or had some of the tools provided, but I want to provide a rough guide so you guys know how much it costs nowadays. But yeah, thank you guys all so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.